Today we got the first response by the owners of The Hero's Journey to the copyright infringement lawsuit filed against them by Daybreak, who currently runs the studio producing Everquest. Specifically, they are responding to an injunctive motion Daybreak sought to shut down the THJ server while the court case played out. So it's presumably not their full argument, but it does shed some light on where they will be going in their defense, and it's got a lot of interesting nuggets in there. Basically, they are disputing everything Daybreak argued in its filing. First and foremost, they argue that Daybreak and its precursors have for literally decades not just looked the other way, but implicitly, or in some cases explicitly, supported the efforts of the EQ EMU community, and overall felt like its effort brought players into the EQ environment, players who might one day make the switch and become paying customers. They've evidenced this via declarations and statements from former employees primarily. Here's a sampling. Former EQ producer Jeff Butler recalled discussions through at least 2014 where emulators were deemed not to be a commercial threat, even if they took donations. Meanwhile, Smedley, who's a longtime president of the company that ran EQ, expressed his admiration for the passion of the EMU developers, and another former producer, Holly Longdale, recounted in 2019 how subscriptions had grown since their agreement to make the Project 99 EMU officially sanctioned a few years earlier. All of these statements seem quite old, so I'm not sure how much they can be relied on, but I also don't think there have been any statements to the contrary from Daybreak about the EQ EMU community's efforts in quite some time either, so I'm not sure how anyone would be expected to know reasonably that the climate had changed so much. The second part of their argument is a lot more technical in nature and appears to be that they haven't violated copyright because everything they've done is based on the reverse engineered nature of the EQ EMU project. They've dug out a case where they claim Daybreak's expert witness has made a conflicting argument to that in this case. I mean, what can you really expect for only $650 an hour? They further go on to claim that they haven't violated DMCA here because the login and all servers associated with THJ are independent from Daybreak's. That all seems like a pretty technical legal argument, so we'll probably have to sort out once the case moves into the actual case itself, rather than this discussion about an injunction. There's a lot more information in here if you're interested, but one other thing I thought I'd point out is that they've included quite a lot of user feedback from various places, official forums, Discord, unofficial forums, even YouTube comments, culminating in this gem. This evidence is provided to rebut Daybreak claiming an exodus of players from live servers to THJ and arguing more it's of the "you've ruined your own lands, you won't ruin mine" variety. So if there's anything you'd like Daybreak to see via its legal counsel's interns sifting through comments, definitely let them know what you think in the comments section below. Otherwise, ENAD Global, Daybreak's parent company, is scheduled to release its quarterly report mid-August, which will contain some information on financials, albeit made opaque because there's a number of games all under the Daybreak label. So until then, good luck out there, everyone.